Don't worry, Sam, I got it.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the Nicholas Deorio drama. So if you don't know what happened, he made an interesting comment about a live stream that Anissa was on, where Anissa made fun of Ila's accent. And so this caused him to be like, not only is it offensive, and then he just goes back on it, and he goes on about other things about how it's not funny. But obviously it didn't cross on his mind, and I'm taking this from Chleepy, by the way. He's like, being hypocritical wasn't even in his mind.
I'm a big fan of Nicholas Deorio. What can I say? You do your research.
Saying that Nicholas Deorio does good research is so funny. I do.
New dono sound. That will be a new dono sound. I'm making it tomorrow.
You're done.
Wait, that was the Gila Klein impression? Listen, all right. In the time that we've seen Gila Klein impressions, I mean that just doesn't. That's not like a. Dude, I don't know.
I know.
Not only is that offensive, it's also bad. Like it's a bad impression.
Oh, I said I had one. That's my Ela impression.
That sounds like a character from fucking what character is this from The Simpsons? Well, I think it's Barney. It sounds like Barney from fucking. Is it Barney? It was like the fat guy. Oh, wait, this actually. Oh, that's a good one. She sounds like the bear from the Cleveland show. But you're saying Apu because she's doing like a weird... Everything she does sounds like a weird Muslim accent, too. Her only concept of accents is doing like a Muslim thing.
Big fan of Nicholas Deorio. What can I say?
Well, actually a little Indian maybe, too.
Okay, you do your
She sounds like she's about to explain why I need to join Metro PCS with a new talk and text plan.
research.
With full unlimited data.
So,
Yeah, it kind of is the bear. I mean, it's just not even a good impression. Nick is gonna make so much freaking money, yeah.
no. That was the famous Ela impression. That was, yeah. It kills at parties. I had a poker event that I did that at, and it did kill. No. H3.
That surprises me that they can actually house a party. Like, you're so mentally raped by Gila Klein that you actually just do impressions of her at parties with your friends who are probably not online. I imagine not online people. Wouldn't even really... Yeah, what parties? Now she's pretending to go to poker parties just like Gila. Oh my... Yeah, wait, that's a... Dude! Oh, another fucking vicariously living through a fucking her friends thing. Oh, dude, I love these poker things. If only I got invited to these poker events, yeah.
And yeah, that's true, because if you look at Nick's Reddit response, he says, mocking someone's accent / second language speaking is offensive to most communities partaking in targeting Gila this way. That's not really an opinion either. There is a huge double standard in what people are allowed to ethically mock. The caveat that it's fair game to do this if the person is hated enough. Ian and Lisa have moved from being edgelords to woke scolds, but constantly fall back on tactics they used before. No bad tactics, only bad targets in it. Your take manages to get all the way there and wrap back around to something I never said, or what amounts to very little than a throwaway line. I forgot to add this real quick, but Augie made a response to that tweet saying, objectively, it is offensive. If Ela was black and Anissa was like, shit, hey man, what you doing? That would be hilarious, because it's offensive. I don't think Nick is suddenly disavowing offensive humor. Obviously, it's a hypocrisy argument, because Anissa is a woke scolding leftist. Some response saying, I will point that she's do a stereotypical Jew voice, lmao. She just makes fun of Ila's voice, and that's what she actually says. And then he says, making fun of accents is usually something people find offensive. I don't care. I'm racist. That's how most people see it. Pointing out that something is offensive doesn't mean you find it problematic. And like, yeah, I get that, but Nick never said that it was hypocritical, and that's the problem, Augie. I think Augie doesn't really read that. I think he only read the initial post and assumed that from the rest of the VOD. So yeah, I just want to add that super quickly. Again, I don't think it's a problem that she was making the accent. It's just her being a hypocrite. I was able to make that argument. It's just Nick wasn't able to somehow. Now, what I think here is you could have easily either not responded, made it look better for yourself, or just said, yeah, it was a little stupid, it was a little slip up, I was just being an idiot. That's all you had to say. Instead, you make it 10 times worse for yourself. Never have you said it was hypocritical for them in that clip, and even in the 2-minute clip, you never said that. And you just go on about it, even though you never said it initially. You could have just, like you said before, you could have just added that in the VOD. Or you could have been like, oh shit, sorry, I forgot to add that. That was me being an idiot. That's all you had to say. And he makes another response in Discord saying people tried twisting the comment I made about Anissa's Gila impression when that didn't land. The usual suspects started kicking and screaming, pulling up the classic he's fat and fake friend zone thing from 6 years ago. Well, I think these two are retarded to pull up, and I think it's insanely stupid. Even when Chleepy pulled up, and yes, I get what it was for. It's to make fun of him for going after Anissa and Ian's relationship. when he got friend zoned by his friend like 6 years ago in like a public Twitter thing. Well, I think it's retarded that he pulled that up. Again, it was 6 years ago. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I don't think it really holds up making that argument as much. That's just what I think. If he wants to add it, he can go ahead. I just don't see the use for it.
Tonka, when did the tears come out of my eyes? I was crying.
When did the tears come out of your eyes? Probably when that girl said she wasn't your girlfriend on that post. That was the saddest shit I've ever seen.
What girl said she wasn't my girlfriend?
When you posted a picture of you holding somebody's hand, just trying to be vague about it, and then they're like, you have a girlfriend? And the girl's like, no, he's my best friend.
Dude, you have no idea what you're talking about.
That was funny as fuck.
It's hilarious.
No,
It's
that was funny
absolutely
as fuck.
hilarious.
Now, another thing, and Chleepy pulled this up on his Twitter, it's just interesting to be like, oh, well, he's defending H3 so hard, and people have pulled this up. He never really criticizes them too much, and he kind of uses their tactics. And again, he said this in his video, and I'll actually just link it in the description because I think it's pretty well made, both of them. But yeah, it's interesting because H3 tends to be like, oh yeah, they're saying this stuff about Jewish people without going full course on the hypocrisy argument, which could easily be made. They could easily slam dunk. But I think they go a little too hard on that. And I think it's a little ironic because they themselves have said some horribly edgy shit. And like, again, it's fine. I don't think it's wrong to say edgy shit and calling out people for being hypocritical about it. And I've done that on multiple occasions. I think it's a little funny and how they do it. And, you know, this is a clip from Chleepy here saying Ethan Klein made money by being funny. Idols made money by being the N-word guy. And it's Ethan being like, oh, none of us made money by being offensive, unlike Ian, who has made money off saying the N-word.
None of us made money from being racist. I made money from being funny and people liking. So did Harley. You know, you're the N-word guys.
Fuck you. Love that I can just say though. It's just a wonderful string of words that really gets you going.
Oh, H3's a hypocrite because he said before. Well, Ethan said before. Here's Ethan saying and H3's a hypocrite.
Don't say the N-word.
I was at a party and said, if you think that I'm a racist and a hypocrite, fuck off.
Unsubscribe. Yeah,
Don't
just
watch.
leave.
Don't watch. My most recent video is making fun of a black person. No, it wasn't the easy thing to do.
And there's no doubt that he probably made fucking bank off of those videos, or at least a good amount of money. I mean, now they're poor, but probably a good amount of money from that shit. But again, like, Ethan, you have said the N-word multiple times on your fucking podcast. You have said some edgy shit multiple times on your podcast. Again, there's nothing wrong with it, and you probably profited good. I don't think inherently it's wrong. It's just this kind of rewriting of history is the issue, and I think that's wrong. It's just fucking retarded too. Like, you're gonna use that as an argument against Ian, really? And I think it goes against you hypocritically. Again, you can easily call him out, being like, well, why are you woke scolding so hard when you have done this for multiple times? You has associated with the people that have called CPS and made fun of Ethan. You know, easily slam dunk on him when he cries about Palestine and all this shit. Easy slam dunk. But like, again, it's never, you know, brought up in a lot of like some of the shit. It's such a strange thing. And I just think it's people that don't know how to make the argument well or something like that. I just don't know. Maybe because it's live. Maybe that's the issue. I think most of these should just be regular commentary videos instead of being live. Maybe that'll fix the issue. Again, I just think it's a little strange. But yeah, I don't know what's been going on. And maybe it's him associating more with H3. And I'm saying this as like I didn't watch Nick's live stream like 2 days ago. But yeah, I just think it's a little funny. And nothing against Chleepy and anything I'm criticizing for. I think, again, using that Ian Anissa relationship argument is kind of dumb, and I don't really like it because it's from years ago, that clip. But yeah, that's kind of what I want to talk about, and he brings up more good points in his videos that I think are better and stronger. But yeah, that's what I want to talk about.